Good morning, students. We are learning exhaustive searches. In the last class, we started the breadth first search, BFS. I told you to complete this tree. Did anyone complete this tree?
Good morning, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Shravan. Go
Good
ahead.
morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, I tried, ma'am.
Hmm.
So after 5 comma 0,
After
right
5
side.
comma 0, here. Uh,
Yes, ma'am. So there we can take 0 comma 0, 2 comma 3, or 0 comma 3 possible.
depth, which depth?
This one, ma'am, right side 5 comma 0. This right, your left side, ma'am.
My left side, this one.
Yeah.
Hmm? Uh, this 5 comma 0, we already expanded, no? 0 comma 0, 5 comma
Yes, ma'am.
3,
Three
2.
states are possible, ma'am.
Yeah, 3. From here, we are getting 3 states only. 0 comma 0, 5 comma 3, 2 comma 3.
From the 2 comma 3, there can be 2 comma 0 as well, ma'am. It is also possible. Just 2 comma 0 is there, right?
Yes, it is
No.
possible 2 comma 0.
Yeah. After
And what?
actually, I took this side, that one,
Hmm.
in pre-representation. After 2 comma 0, it can be 0 comma 2. Oh, sorry, I just got confused. There will be a 0 comma 2 state, ma'am. After that,
Yes, you are right.
yeah.
Which rule?
Sorry, I forget to write the rule, but 0 comma. I just use that logic, ma'am. Means
Okay, it is
5 3
rule number
logic.
6.
Okay. Then after that, three states are possible. One is 0 comma 3, 0 comma 0, 5 comma 2.
From 0 comma 2.
From 0 comma 2, 0 comma 3, 5 comma 2, or 0 comma 0. Or we can take 5 comma 0. Means I have written all the states, ma'am. So that I didn't get confused. 5 comma 2.
5
And
comma 2. That is
after that,
state
one.
number after the application of production rule 1.
Yes. After that, we will get 4 comma 3.
After that, from here we are getting 4 comma 3
Yes, yes.
with the application of rule number 8. And this is the goal state. Further, there are some other states as well. Very good, Shravan. We have reached the goal state, but then there are a few other states also which we can expand in order to uh, see how BFS actually works. So let us look at the BFS algorithm for BFS. Can you tell me what is the BFS logic? How does it operate?
Uh, it it will travel to all the nodes in a particular layer. Then it will goes to other layer.
Hmm. uh, if, yeah, it expands the layer after the root, further down, 2 step away from the root, 3 step, and so on. Depth wise, breadth wise, it expands. And for this algorithm, the input is start state and goal state. We know that the start state is 0 comma 0, goal state is 4 comma 3. That is given as the input to this algorithm. What are the variables, local variables used for the execution of this algorithm? They are open, closed, state X, successors, found. The output is yes or no. Yes or no in the sense that whether the goal state has reached or not. Yes or no. The method for this algorithm. How does it work? First point, initialize open list with start. Okay, this open is a list. Initialize open list with start state. Start state we know it is 0, 0. Open list with start state. And closed list is equals to fee. Closed list is a list that stores all the nodes that have been expanded, that have been explored. And found equal to false. You are initializing this found variable to be false. Means goal state is not found. If it is found, then uh, the process stops. The process for of exploring the nodes stops, and this process runs in a loop while open is not equal to fee. Open is not empty. Okay, means there are some nodes in the open list, and found equal to false until found variable is false, which means that goal state is not found. Do execute the loop. In the loop, what first step is, remove the first state from open and call it state X. What did we initialize in open? Look at here. Here we have open list, closed list. Close is initially empty. There is no state in that. Open is having start state, which is 0, 0. Found is equals to false initially. Remove the first state from open list and call it state X. State X is what? The present state which has to be expanded. That is state X. State X is a variable. We have initialized, we have created state X. Now we are initializing it. Open, close, state X, successors found. Open is the list of the states that need to be explored. Close is the list of states that have already been explored. State X is the present node that is to be expanded. Successors is the list of all the nodes that can be reached from state X. Found is a variable which is true or false, and it is true when goal state is found, otherwise it is false. Remove the first state from open, and what is the state in open presently? It is 0, 0. That this 0, 0 is now state X. State X is 0, 0 because you are choosing the node from the open list, and in open list we have 0, 0, so 0, 0 is state X. Next step within the loop is put state X in the front of closed list. Closed list is a stack. This closed list is initially empty. What is to be done is, now this gets state X. What is state X? 0, 0. If state X is equals to goal, there is a comparison made whether state X is goal. In our example, presently state x is not a goal. Then found equal to true. But this condition is not satisfying here in this case when state x is 0 comma 0. Their found will not be set to true. Else part is perform the expand operation on state x expand operation on state x. And what does it produce? It produces list of successors. Producing list of successors. Next step is remove from successors those states that are in the closed list. Because one state can be reached from multiple nodes. Essentially here, if once a node is reached, then it is kept in the closed list and it is not visited again. That's why here remove from successor those states, if any, if there are any, that are in the closed list. We are executing this algorithm. In while executing in the first case, we don't find all these things. But as we go on expanding, we will go through each step and execute it. Append the successor at the list of open list. Why you have to append the successors at the end of open list? Will you tell me what is the reason? What is the meaning of this? Anyone? Open list. And open list is maintained as a queue. Closed list is maintained as a stack. Again, I want the reason. Please think over it and tell me what is open list, what is closed list, why it is implemented as queue, what is queue, why it is implemented as stack, what is stack.
Ma'am, could you please repeat that closed and one, that second last line?
Okay, I'll repeat. This is end while, this is end if, and finally if found equal to true, then return yes, else return no, and stop. This is the algorithm. Students, you have learned stacks and queues when you were studying data structures. Stack, queue. Look at here, you can see the application of stack and queue in AI in searching algorithm. All right. Uh, how actually stack is used and how queue is used and why, what is the why the choice of stack for closed and why the choice of queue for open list? That is my
Because,
question.
ma'am, in stack there will be only one end, ma'am, to append or to push or pop in stack. But in
Yes,
queue there will be two ends. We can rear end and front end.
Yes.
That's why it's
you
open
know,
no from ma'am from both sides.
yeah, it is open. Uh, you are right. You are giving the definition properly. Stack is one end, that is LIFO, last in first out, and queue is a two end list, uh, where insertions are made at the rear end, and um, you know deletion are made from the front end. Right? Is it right?
I think reverse, ma'am. Front end we
Reverse.
add. Yes, ma'am.
In the front we add,
Yeah.
that is first in first out.
Yes.
So if you add, if you first, this is q, here you add, and from here only you remove. So
Fifth.
this now this adding process will continue like this, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
At the rear,
Yes, ma'am.
and reading, that is write and read would begin from here and would continue. So this is the first to go inside the queue, and this is the first to come out of the queue. That this
Yes,
is
yes.
queue. And stack means
LIFO.
elements are added, and uh, once an element is added into the stack, the top is incremented. Top is pointing here. After you add an element, top is incremented, and therefore the last item that you added was the first to come out. Here the last one to be added is the last only. It is not the first to come out. In queue, this is queue and this is stack. And this algorithm represent breadth first search in order to find the goal state in AI searching problems. I have written the algorithm. I want you to um, reflect upon it and come to the points why we have chosen all this, because this is the application. What you study was the definition and what is it. This is how it is used, and in what kind of problems you are using. So students, please everyone try. Let me again brief you this algorithm. This algorithm has got states, start state and goal state initialized. Why? What is the need of initializing start state and goal state? These two can be represented as, how do you implement this in Python programming? Suppose if you have to implement, you have learned Python programming language. Now this is the time for implementation. Please
We
tell
will.
me. Hmm.
We will. We can directly give the stage or we can input, ma'am. Depend on the
Yeah, you
state.
can.
In
Yes, you
the
can
form of
directly.
list, we have to give.
List. So what do you give list? That is 0, 0 state, and this is.
All the states we need to mention in that, ma'am. That to iterate, we need to mention the list in that states in that.
Hmm.
And we have to take 0, 0 as initial state, and
Hmm.
we need to define goal state. What should be the goal state in a
So
separate
in our
variable?
example, what is it?
In this 4, 3 is one state goal state, and
Hmm.
the remaining others also only 4, 3 is possible now. So
Hmm.
that is the goal state.
Hmm. Remaining all are intermediate states. So
Yes.
start state and goal state. Start state is 0, 0. Goal state is 4, 3 or 4, x.
Yeah, one or what?
It
Yeah,
can be x. The main goal is to have 4 liter of water
4 liter,
in
5 gallon.
yeah, in 5 gallon jug, 4 gallon of water in 5 gallon jug. These are the local variables. Local variables are implemented as this. Open is a queue, all right, queue, QUEUE, queue. Closed is stack. State X is just one state, the present state, which is being explode. This is just one state. Successors is again a list. Successor is a list because from one state you can reach multiple nodes that you are recording in this. Found is just a Boolean variable. It is true or false. Yeah. Initially.
I can make an assumption. You continue, ma'am. After
No.
your.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Can you scroll down, ma'am? I want to see this closed and one Q and stack you have written now in that.
Yes.
Could you please?
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, scroll down, ma'am. Not. Yeah, that's it. Ma'am, here open indicates that, according to my assumption, that that state has to continue. Closed means we are not doing anything to that state. Is it, ma'am? Means like we stop. No, ma'am. If that is the not required state, we cannot go further. So there we are breaking that states, right? So that's why we are taking stats. If I am not wrong.
Yeah, you're close to the answer. Anyone else try why it is queue, why it is a stack, and what happens if you put a queue, if you put a stack? This is the application. This is what is required for you to learn the subject in depth. Data structures are so important. Everywhere you will see its application in almost every subject: DBMS, operating system, AI, algorithms. Wherever you are implementing any form of data, you have to use data structures. Yes, no one, students. I think if you try, it would be good. All right, let us discuss. Initially, start is 0, 0. This one. This is a start. 5-gallon jug, 3-gallon jug, both are having 0, 0 water. Means no water. And in one of the steps of the algorithm, what is done is, after initializing, a loop is executed. In the loop, each node is visited and expanded until there are no more nodes or states, while open equal to null. Okay. Remove the first state from open. Now, when you started executing this algorithm, what is open? Open is start. What is start? 0, 0. Open list will have only one state, 0, 0, and call it state x. Now state x, you are saying 0, 0. Put state x in the front of the closed list. You are adding, there is a closed list which is a stack. You are adding 0, 0. Then what are you doing? If state x is equals to 0, is 0, 0 goal? It is not goal. If it is not goal, what is to be done? Perform the expand state operation on state x, producing list of successors. Remove from successor those states, if any, that are in the closed list. Append successor at the end of the open list. Here, from 0, 0, what are its successors? 5, 0, 0, 3. These are the successors of 0, 0. So where are you adding these successors? You are performing expand operation on state x. State x is 0, 0, and list of successor 5, 0 and 0, 3. These are the nodes that we got after expanding 0, 0. Remove from successor those nodes, if any, that are in closed list. Here in closed list you have only 0, 0. Therefore, there is nothing to remove. Append successor at the end of open list. We are maintaining one open list. In open list, now we get 5, 0 and 0, 3 in our open list, which is a queue. And this would repeat. Is open empty? No, open is not empty. This queue. Open queue has 2 states. Found equal to false? Yes. 5, 0 is not the goal. 0, 3 is also not the goal. Remove the first state from open and call it state x. Now what are we doing? Now we are removing 5, 0. 5, 0 you are removing from open queue and we are calling it state x. State x is now 5, 0. This 5, 0 is added to the front of the closed list. Why it is added? Now because it is visited. We have considered it, we have examined it. All right, after you examine, you put in the closed list. Is it goal state? It's not goal state. If it is not goal state, what has to be done? You have to expand. What you have to expand? 5, 0. What do you get after expanding 5, 0? You get 0, 0, 5, 3, 2, 3. Here you get 0, 0, 5, 3. You are expanding 5, 0 and adding its successors in the successor list, as well as appending successor list at the end of open queue. So this is open queue. In this we are appending. Appending means you are adding at the rear end 0, 0, 5, 3, 2, 3. All right, what does it mean? It means that 5, 0 has been examined, has been expanded, has been explored. Now consider the next. What is, because this queue means first in first out. 0, 3 is chosen. Whenever you want to perform anything in breadth first manner, remember that we have to use queue. Why we have to use queue to perform breadth first manner? Because this node successors are these two. This node is 1, these 2 and 3 are the successors to 1. 2 and 3 are added in the queue 2, 3. And the successors of 2 is 4, 5 and successors of 3 are 6, 7. Look at here how the traversal would happen if you use a queue. Once you expand 1, initially there was 1 here. What do? You remove 1, you take it out and put its successors in the list. What are the successors? 2, 3. You have added 2, 3. Later, 2 is explored, 2 is removed, and what are its successor? 4, 5. They are added, appended to the queue. Next, which one would be expanded? Yeah, will you tell me which one would be explored? Which node is examined in this example?
After 2, 3, ma'am.
After not 2, 3, 2 and 3. After 2, which node would be expanded?
After 2, 4, 5, ma'am.
How, Shravan? This is a queue, no?
Because first we need, yes ma'am, first we need to, here in 5, 0, 0, 3, first we explode 5, we have to expand it, no ma'am, first.
Yeah, we have
Then
expanded 5 comma 0.
comma 0.
Right.
So we have taken those states, like after expanding 2, we get 4, 5. Then we expand 3, we get 6, 7. Then we go for 4. Then the respective stages of 4, then 5, then 6, then
Huh.
7. Like that.
Right. Right. Like that. What this depicts? This depicts layer wise expansion. Means this is known as breadth. That's why it is known as breadth first search. Means breadth at this breadth level. Layer wise you are expanding. And you see, because of Q it is possible. If you put a stack, now what happens? Let us see if you put a stack. And if you go on adding stack, 1 is added to the stack. After 1, 2 and 3 are added. All right. Then after you remove 3, you get 6, 7. 2 is somewhere down. 6 and 7. And next one to expand is 7. Means you are going in this manner, 1, 3, 7 and so on. This is depth. All right. At depth level you are expanding. And when you are expanding at the breadth level, you have to use Q. Q facilitate serial expansion of the nodes in a breadth first manner. Did you, and all the students, are you clear with what I explained so far? You have any doubt? Is this algorithm clear, students? Shravan,
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes.
are you clear with why we are using Q for breadth first expansion?
Yes, ma'am. If I do this, we will. I will completely understand this.
You have
Trying to
to,
understand.
yeah, what
Uh,
you have to do today? Today you have to implement it in Python.
ma'am, I need some time. I don't have internet connection. I need to install all those things, ma'am.
All right, take 2 days of time, all the students. Implement this breadth first search. Next, Praveen, did you understand what was discussed? Pavani, Srinivas, Pavan, Sravani, Vanilla, Sidhu, Amrinder, Yasmin, Bhavana, Kirti, all the students. All right, I am moving ahead. Moving ahead to the next type of search. Which searching?
Ma'am,
Yes. Hmm.
ma'am, once show that code, right? That initial stages, that
Code,
variables, initial variables. Yes, ma'am.
that
Once.
algorithm.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Algorithm.
Algorithm has input. That input provided is start and goal states. Variables are local variables including lists, stack, queue, and boolean variable means everything. Whatever we are using here. Open, which is implemented as queue, stack, closed, which is implemented as stack, statex, uh, which is just a normal list, successor is a list, count is a boolean variable.
Got it.
All right, students, please try it. Uh, this will give you the essence of how uh, artificial intelligence perform the solution to what is your problem by a search mechanism, which is breadth first search. The solution path would be given as 0, comma 0. From 0, comma 0, you are going to 5, comma 0. From 5, comma 0, you are going to 2, comma 3. From that tree which we developed, uh, this is the path. 5, comma 2 and finally 4, comma 3. By going through this path, the program has successfully reached the goal state. This is our goal state. From start state, by using open, queue, closed stack, state X, successors list, found, by using all these variables, we could reach from start to goal. Next algorithm is depth first search. In depth first search, the search begins by following one direction and reaching down and down until there are no more nodes. Further, it backs up, it perform a backup operation and explore the nodes in that direction by creating the descendants or successors. Further, it back up and again explore in one particular direction. Depth first search is memory efficient search because it stores a single path from the leaf to the root node. From the root means this start to the leaf. It stores single path. And there are all unexpanded siblings. Let us look at again the difference between BFS and DFS. In BFS, nodes are expanded in a layer-wise manner. In a layer-wise manner means first node is explored and its successors are generated. Further, all the successors of the first generated node are produced. Later, the second successors are generated. This is BFS. In DFS, you start with the start state and you move in one direction until there is a leaf node which is not having further states or successors or descendants. When there are no more descendants to a node, the search process stops and go back to the previous node, expand its successor, and further it continues until it finds a leaf node. So in one direction, search process continues. That is depth first search. So how depth first search can be used? In order to find the water jug problem. Let us look at that water jug problem. Here there is a search tree generated. In this algorithm, okay, let us look at this algorithm. There is an input. In the input, start and goal states are fed to the program or provided as input. Local variables are open, closed, record X, successors, found. How is open? Will anyone make a guess here? How is open implemented? How was open implemented in BFS?
Using stack, ma'am.
Here you're talking about DFS,
Yeah,
this
ma'am. In
open?
DFS, we can use stack method.
Yes, very good. In DFS, we use stack for open. And
Because of it
we,
has only one end, ma'am. That's why we use stack.
yes, very good. This is how things need to be explained, because we have only one end, and expansion it happens only in one single direction towards the depth. Therefore, here open is implemented as stack, whereas in BFS, open was implemented as queue because you were expanding depth breadth wise. And this is closed. How do you implement closed? Closed is also stack only. There is no change in closed list. Closed is just to keep a track of all the nodes that have been visited. And this record X, what is the meaning of record X? There we had um, one variable. What was it? Start X. Like that, you have record X here. Successors, same, all the descendants of a node, and found is true or false. A path what is the output? Output is a path sequence from start to goal state. Path sequence means how it would be? It would be like this: 0, 0, 5, 0, 5, 3. This is the sequence, path sequence, which is leading to the goal state. If one exists, if there is a goal state, if it exists, then it generates the sequence, path sequence. Otherwise, it returns no, our algorithm. And then what is the method? Initialize open list with stack comma nil and set close to nil. Start comma nil, what does it mean? Start state, and initially it is having a nil. Found equal to false, while open is not null until there are elements in the open stack. This process continues. What is the process? Remove the first record. Initially, the first record is start comma nil from open list and call it record X. Put record X in the front of the closed list, which is maintained as a stack. If stack X of record X is equal to goal state X, if the state in the record is goal, then found equals to true. Otherwise, perform expand operation on state X, producing a list of records called successors. Remove the successor if it is already present in the closed list, and insert successors in the front of the open list, which is a stack. Front means anyway it is the last in the at the top. It can be insert successor in the top. If found equal to true means if there is a path, return the path by tracing through the pointers to the parents on the closed list. Else return no. In closed list, you are putting up the states, right? So through that, you can trace the pointers from start to goal. This is the algorithm for DFS. In this algorithm, the search tree is generated starting with 0, 0. This is the start state. What is the open list and what is closed list? Two lists are maintained and these are stacks. Open is 0, 0, nil. Means this is one record. This together is a record. They are maintaining record. From 0, 0, moving to its successor, it means expanding 5, 0. All right. by applying the rule number 1. When you get 5, 0, here you have rule number 2, which cannot be progressed further. Therefore, it has to be stopped, and you need to backtrack and expand its other successor, which is 5, 3, through the application of rule number 3. When you do this, here what are you adding to the open list? From 0, 0, you got 5, 0. Means this is a pointer direction actually. In this record, you have 5, 0, 0, 0. What does this mean? It means that 0, 0 is expanded and 5, 0 is reached. Further, here, what is to be added here? From 5, 0, 5, 3 is reached. Here in the closed list, there is nothing here, and here it is 0, 0, nil. Here what are you adding to this 0, 0 and nil? Because it is a stack, you add at the top. So what are you adding? 0, 0 and 5, 0. Means this is record. This you are adding records, not single states. Then further, what are you adding? This would remain as it is. Further, it is explored. 5, 3, from 5, 3, applying rule number 2, obtaining 0, 3 state. So 0, 3, how you achieved, how you reached 0, 3 from 5, 3. Now this is a record in the open list. And what do you have to write here? What do you write in closed? This same thing will be here, plus this would be added. This is x1, this is x2. Here x1 and x2. Then in the later stage, this would be x3, and x3 would be added to the closed list. Whichever node has been explored, here in the form of record is maintained, because you want to trace. Because of this tracing, this must be a record. If there is no tracing, if it is just a true yes or no, means whether goal has been reached or not, then there is no need of having a record. When you implement this in Python, you will understand why you have to have this record and why we did not have record for BFS. In BFS, what was the output? If you recall, in BFS, it is just yes or no, whether there is a goal state or not. Yes or no. And coming to BFS, this algorithm has been implemented in such a manner that there is a sequence that is to be generated. Students, are you able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Then tell me, after 0, 3, what you can reach?
0, ma'am, here it will be a dead end, ma'am. Again, it will come.
Yeah, right. There is a dead end because of the 1, 4 rules. There is a dead end. So it has to backtrack and further obtain another successor. So which one it would be? Applying rule number 5, getting 3, 0. Did you understand how we got this one? By applying rule number 5, 3, 0.
We are
And when
filling
you,
by we are
yeah,
filling water in three this
from
Y check
3 gallon.
from yeah
No, no,
3.
from 3 gallon to 5 gallon.
That's why man, we are represented as X or Y, right? So Y check
Yes,
to X check.
yes. Okay, this is okay. So how we
Yes, yes.
reached 3, 0? Here in the record, what do you write? 0, 3. From 0, 3, you have reached 3, 0. This is the record. And what do you write in our close list? You write x1 as it is. This is x1, and x2 also you write as it is. Then this one gets added. This is consider x3. X3 would be added. In the closed list, everything will be dumped. Why are you dumping everything in that? To maintain a record in which you can find out what are the nodes that have already been visited or explored. To keep track of that, you have to have this closed list. All right, students, let us look at here. Um, Further, from 3, 0, applying the rule number 3, getting 3, 3 means filling a 3 gallon jug. And we reached to state in which both the jugs have 3 gallon of water. 5 gallon also have 3 gallon, 3 gallon also have 3 gallon. And how did we get to this 3, 3? From 3, 0. From here, from 3, 0, you reached 3, 3. And that's why it is a one record. And here, what are you adding? You are adding all previous nodes records that have been visited. Look at here, 0, 0, nil. That was starting. Then from 0, 0, you reached 5, 0. From 5, 0, 5, 3. From 5, 3, 0, 3. From 0, 3, 3, 0. And from 3, 0, 3, 3. Okay, this is closed list. From here only you can trace back. This is first, this is second, this is third, like this. All right, students, I think you are understanding, but then any doubt you can ask me. From 3, 3, if you apply rule number 1, 2, or 4, you reach a invalid state. A state from where there is no goal reached. So you have to terminate that and backtrack and expand another successor. Another successor is 5, 1. How do you get 5, 1? By applying rule number 7. What is rule number 7? Pouring um, uh, 2 gallons of water from 3 gallons of jug into 5 gallon jug. From actually it is 3, 3. From 3, 3 you got 5, 1. How you got 5, 1? Already 5 gallon has 3 gallon water. From 3 gallon, you are putting pouring 2 gallon into 5 gallon. So 5 gallon is full now. And in 3 gallon, you got 1 liter of water or 1 gallon of water. Okay, this is the state to which you have reached. Here, what would you write? 3, 3 and 5, 1. 5, 1, 3, 3. And here you add in the closed list. And if you go on doing this, you reach the goal state here, which is 4, 0. Anything at y is acceptable, but for x it should be 4. X denote 5 gallon jug, y denote 3 gallon jug. What is the goal state? The goal state is that 5 gallon jug should have 4 gallon water. So here we reached it 4, 0. And how we reached 4, 0? From 1, 3. How we reached 1, 3? Here you can see 1, 3 is from 1, 0. And how we reached 1, 0? That is 0, 1. And how we reached 0, 1? 5, 1. And if you trace here, you would get 4, 0 to 1, 3 to 1, 0 to 0, 1 to 5, 1 to 3, 3 to 3, 0 to 0, 3 to 5, 3 to 5, 0 to 0, 0. We from goal state we could trace back to start state. And here the path obtained from the list stored in closed list is shown. It is here 0, 0, 5, 0, 5, 3. Okay, both the searches are unguided, blind, exhaustive searches. All right, but then there is a difference between BFS and DFS. Students, from the learnings happened so far, will anyone tell me which one is efficient, BFS or DFS, and in what condition? Which one is efficient? From your understanding, you please tell me.
DFS, no.
DFS is efficient in when
Memory, in terms of memory.
in terms of memory, DFS is efficient, but DFS is useful when the goal is to left down. Okay, when it is left side and towards the down, then DFS is efficient.
Yes,
And in
ma'am.
terms of memory, DFS is efficient because it does not store all the successors. It stores only one successor at a time. Therefore, memory requirement is quite less. Let us
Yes.
compare. But BFS is efficient when search tree has a low branching factor and when the goal node is in the beginning only. If you are expanding level 0, you obtain level 1 nodes. If you are expanding level 1 nodes, you would obtain the nodes at level 2. Consider that goal is here. In this condition situation, BFS is very efficient because goal is in the early nodes of the tree. So BFS is effective when the search tree has a low branching factor. Low branching factor in the sense that it is not having many successes. And BFS can work even in trees that are indefinitely deep because serially it expands. BFS requires lot of memory because tree would grow exponentially. BFS is superior when goal exists in the upper right portion. When it is at the upper right portion, BFS is superior. BFS gives optimal solution because it is doing level-wise expansion. DFS is effective when there are few subtrees in the search tree and there is only one connection point to the rest of the states. And DFS is best when the goal exists in the lower left portion of the search tree. DFS can be dangerous when the path closer to the start and farther from the goal has been chosen. Consider that you are going from root down and down, but the goal is here to the right section of the tree. Right most section of the tree you find gold. But then here from start you are going down and down farther and you are going farther from the goal. DFS is memory efficient because only the start to the current node is stored and it does not store all the siblings. Each node should contain state and its parent. Okay, it should have the parent because when it has to backtrack, it has to go back to its parent for further expansion. DFS may not give optimal solution. DFS may not give optimal solution. Why? Because if solution exists on this path, at depth 10, okay, at this path, it finds that apparently it may not be the more optimal solution, because consider there is another solution at depth number 3 at the right section of the tree. Okay, here there is one, there is these are the two goals at depth number 10 and depth number 3, but because it travels only in one direction, it is finding the a solution which might not be optimal, that is DFS. Next one is depth first iterative deepening, that we will study tomorrow. Depth first iterative deepening. Students, do you understand today's class? Any doubts? Okay. See you tomorrow.